bet this relates because you're being a health coach. I'm sure this relates a lot to what you do, right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the modalities that allow you to look at your health in a new light outside of symptoms and blood tests, whereby you can make some changes in your dietary and lifestyle, routines, you find like how big the change is. And then that change brings the empowerment and optimal wellness that you're talking about, Kristin. And people just really don't believe like how important, for one, food is, because food is information washing over your cells, and the human body field is caused based on information. So that's why food creates such an impact on our cells, how it relates. We can't feel it, but our cells know the difference. And I love that this is a modality that can pick up things at such a minute beginning, whereby, my friend who had breast cancer, she was getting mammographies, but it was her feeling it. It was the feeling of it, not the mammography that told her that she had breast cancer. And I had a full body thermography done once back, and it showed some inflammation in my gum, and so it just allows you to have this great empowerment. But yeah, so as a health coach working with my clients, it really is a big difference to have some modalities like this that allow you to see your body in a new way.
Yeah, it's really great because, we can see there's the various organs, there's the dental, and all of those you can see so specifically in the work that you're doing, Kristin, with the thermography. I remember a woman who came in who was really at a sort, and you just took an image of her liver, and do you remember it was almost white. It was so congested. It was amazing.
I wish I could remember that one specific circumstance, but I'll tell you what, I see that a lot. Livers are the workhorses of our bodies, right? And we see a lot of that. Yeah.
It so happened that she had just had drinking had drunk the formula that they give for colonoscopies, and that's when her liver shut down, and you could see, excuse me, how it completely got congested, and it took her, I think, a year of really heavy detoxing to clear out her liver to get it back to normal.
What we say is, I think this is kind of an interesting way to put it. We help you eavesdrop on what your body is prioritizing.
That's nice.
Because oftentimes it is doing it under the radar. You don't feel pain. You may feel some vague symptoms,
right,
but you don't feel it right then and there, over your liver or in your thyroid. Your body is just going about its business, trying to prioritize certain areas, and your body prioritizes with blood. And so when something is struggling, it oftentimes sends more blood there to try to fix it. And on the blood is born all the things that it needs, white blood cells and such, to change what it's trying to help. So if it's going after the liver, if the liver needs more help, it's going to send more blood there. And when more blood's there, we're going to see it. Now the question is why? Why is there more blood going to the liver, the thyroid, the spleen? Why? And then you take that. Our doctors don't answer that question. They'll throw a few things out there, but what they really want to do is empower you and your trusted healthcare practitioner to do your homework on what's going on with that particular area and really zero in on it and just try to figure out why it's struggling.
Oh my God. Say a little bit about the dental issue as well.
Dental is amazing because we have a doctor. I'm very privileged of being able to have met some of the greats in medical thermography that started way back in the 70s and 80s, and they're all starting to retire now. So I go to these conferences and listen to what they have to say, and it is absolutely amazing. We're about to lose them. They're all retiring and moving to their islands or whatever. But Dr. Rind up in the Washington, D.C. area did a study of dental and breast tumors. And we have some amazing thermogram images where you can see a bad tooth, actually the whole lymph line running down the throat all the way onto the breast and dead ending in a tumor or a spot that the woman might not even know about.
Oh my God, you just described exactly what happened to me.
Oh, right.
Oh my
Yes.
God. And you have a picture of it in the thermography. That's amazing.
Yes, when you can see that, and we work with biological dentists. When this all came out and started to get a little bit more out in the forefront, biological dentists were coming to us and buying cameras left and right. I trained so many dentists back a couple of years ago when all this information was released, and we still do, but it was just a storm of dentists saying, I want to know how dental affects the rest of the body. And of course, we know that our dental health has a lot to do with our heart health as well.
Yeah.
And so when we see all of this inflammation in the dental area and then the lymph nodes in the throat trying to fix the issues that are going on in the mouth, these occult infections, dentist doesn't even see them. The hygienist, when they clean your tooth, they don't even see them. These are just kind of simmering, low level, but the lymph nodes are always trying to fix it, and we see those lymph nodes. And oftentimes, if that kind of situation is happening in the gums, it can be happening in the heart. So we have signs in the dental that there's issues with heart. And with half of all people dying of heart disease, this is important. Women come to us and say, I want you to tell me all about my breasts. And we also say, hey, you might want to consider also doing the Women's Health Study, because we look at dental, we look at chest, heart, and lungs. We look at your gut, and we know the gut is so important for our entire body health. So I can't say enough about the way dental impacts breasts and hearts. Wow.
And heart is the #1 killer in this.
Yeah. 40,000 women a year die of breast cancer, and that is a sad statistic. But 400,000 women a year die of heart disease, cardiovascular disease.
So you might be interested to know this, though. My DO is now doing work with the liver as the predisposition to heart disease as well in women. Wow. Because it's been ignored. And you see lots of problems with liver. So do I. I'm a liver champion in my health coaching, but the liver is massively important there.
Yes. Yeah. And we see livers all the time. Matter of fact, it's hardly ever an image I do, unless somebody's really been actively working on their liver, that I don't see some inflammation at the liver. It's just like common every day.
So if people want to get a thermography from you.
Yes.
What are you going to tell them to do, and what special do you have running for them?
Okay, so first of all, we have several locations around the state of Florida. Somewhere right now, active locations between 15, 16 locations. So anywhere in the state of Florida, you probably can find us in the central area. And then we have colleagues that we work with in North Florida and South Florida. So there's a phone number on there you can always call to find out where you can get a quality imaging from a quality thermographer.
Now, if they're listening from another part of the nation, you have referrals for them as well?
Absolutely, we do. You go to IAMTonline.org. That's the International Association of Medical Thermographers, IAMTonline.org. And all those people are the ones I've trained, all of them. And they are really elite professional thermographers with high quality cameras. Not all of them have that high quality camera with the 300,000 pixels that we talked about in our first segment, but they all have very, very good cameras, and they also have our interpreting physicians who are the best of the best. And so what you do is you call the location and you set up a thermogram. Prior to your thermogram, you're going to be asked to just do some simple things. Don't take a hot tub the night before. Don't go lifting weights in the morning. Don't grab a Starbucks hot coffee and come over to the imaging. You get what I'm saying? We don't want you to do things that create a lot of heat in your body.
Right.
No massage. Don't be chewing any gum, because that moves the muscles around your mouth, makes it look like you have dental issues. So we have a simple set of preparations. You get that document so you're not guessing. And you fill out a simple questionnaire. You bring it into us. And basically, you have a privacy imaging where we have a privacy barrier. You wear a gown, then you remove the gown, we do the imaging, and you get dressed. It usually takes about somewhere between a half an hour to an hour, depending on if you're getting just one just one imaging of the breast, say, or you're going to get a full body, which is, head to toe imaging.
That's just really great, Kristin. And so, again, once again, everybody can find you on your Central Florida Medical Thermography site, which is CFMT Thermography.
CFMthermography.com.
Thermography.com, correct.
Right.
And then you're also, we can find you on Facebook as well.
You can.
There's so much more we could talk about. I want to talk about the misconceptions of thermography, but mostly I want people to know how important it is for them, and as a health discovery, that it's important we shift our consciousness. This is what we're referring to as renewal. Shifting your consciousness, look at your health in a new way, discover your health. Don't be looking for where you're sick and terrible and all of that.
I agree. This should be a joyful process. Health discovery is a lifelong, joyful process, and we want to be a part of that. Your trusted healthcare practitioners and your thermal imaging practitioners, we want to be a part of your health discovery journey.
And thank you so much for being with us. This has been very revealing. Really appreciate you, and all the best to you, Kristin.
Thank you, Patricia.
And thank you all for joining us, and be sure to stay with us and listen to the rest of our great interview.